And welcome back everybody, ladies and gentlemen, to the next replay I'm going to do, Star Wars Battlefront 2, arguably the superior Star Wars Battlefront of its time. And we're going to just jump straight in. I'm going to be cutting out a quick jump cut while I set up my profile and set up all the settings that I need. Give me a minute. Okay, and with that, sorry, I need to excuse my voice, it's a little bit bad right now. Got a little bit of a cough. But just like my Star Wars Battlefront replay, we're going to be replaying Star Wars Battlefront 2, we're going to be doing it right this time. We're going to do Rise of the Empire as always to start off with, then we're going to do all the Galactic Conquests, and then we're of course going to take a look at some instant actions just to experience some maps with certain factions that we might not have experienced in the Rise of the Empire or Galactic Conquest. And of course we're going to do that all important Tatooine Mos Eisley hero vs hero battle. But for now, let's begin with Rise of the Empire. Now remember, audio-visual cutscenes from the films will have to be cut because of copyright issues. Apologies for that, and I might have to skip the opening crawl because of the traditional Star Wars music as well. Apologies for that again, but copyright's a bit of a bitch. And we're skipping the training mission because I know what I'm doing, and so do you. Let's do this. I wasn't gonna actually do Star Wars Battlefront 2 until I'd start recording it, until I'd upload it, but I had a change of heart really. New game, let's go.
In the waning months of the Clone Wars, the 501st faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine. When we arrived at the bombed-out ruins of Megiddo, our Jedi commander believed we had been sent to take out a droid energy collector. What Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't know, however, was that our unit of the 501st was really after an experimental Megiddan power source that the Chancellor wanted for his super laser. Keeping Mundi in the dark wasn't easy. The Jedi had become increasingly wary of the Chancellor's doings, and were on the lookout for the slightest hint of treachery. Just like the rest of them, though, he never caught whiff of what was really going on, until it was far too late.
And of course, the traditional 501st journal should come back, and we are actually going to do this in third person, well, because when I did this for the first time, I actually did it in first person, which is a bit of a mistake. So we're going to go the engineer for a specific reason, because we are going to be using this to get across this bridge. Of course we are. It's the quickest and easiest way across the bridge. Now I do have the enemy icons turned on just so I can see them a bit easier in the thick of battle, so that none of them come surprising me or flanking me or anything like that. See that guy? I probably would have missed that guy had I not had the icons on. I'm playing as the engineer though, so hopefully my shotgun is good enough to... Whoa, hey! Right, let's try and take this command post. Like always, we want to rush the command post. We want to rush the objectives. I actually really prefer the shotgun to the clone arc trooper, like the arc lightning gun that they had in the original Star Wars Battlefront. This feels a lot more fluid. Now, we need to change class quickly.
Now we need to make some space for General Mundi to land. Take out those turrets and clear the deck.
Actually, what am I doing? Best way for this is still the AT-RT. Although you probably could use the shock trooper, the clone shock trooper, if you really wanted. But I still think that this vehicle here is the best way, by hands down. And we're going to play as Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Can begin our...
And we are not going to die this time.
Past the shield barricade. Get behind the shield and take out the generator.
Last time I did this, I was killed instantly, right there.
CP will serve as an excellent lookout point.
I was killed right there by one of the Magna Guards. Not this time. Oh, no, there! Magna Guard. My arch nemesis. Where the frick is he? Ah, he's here. Nope. Not this replay, my friend. Right, so let's do this. Let's try and take this. It's good that we can actually take... We can actually take command posts with Jedi, because that wasn't a feature in the Star Wars Battlefront. The Jedi were actually prevented, they were not prevented, prohibited from taking command posts because of how overpowered they were. And essentially, if the enemy had a Jedi, you had no chance if they took your command post.
Listen up. Before we can begin our assault on the Sep's energy collector, we have to penetrate their shield barricades. So load up and move out.
Right, let's do this. So this is going to be a really short mission for to begin with, to start us off, I think.
Core shield by destroying the generator.
Special since I still have Ki-Adi-Mundi. If you still have Ki-Adi-Mundi by this stage, then the battle is a bit of a breeze, really. Take out those grievous bodyguards, because they are actually kind of deadly and can probably one-shot Ki-Adi like they did in my previous Let's Play. That's not happening here. Ki-Adi is going strong. For now, anyway. Oh, hey! Lots of droids.
The shields are down.
Right, there is droidicas in here, I believe. Right, let's just take out the droidicas. And once that's done... Done.
Good work. Now collect the core samples and
Grabbed.
to the dropship on the other side of...
Now, the funny thing about this objective is usually you can't, like, move very fast when you have, like, the crystals and maps and stuff like that and flags. But not when you're playing as a Jedi. When you're playing as a Jedi, you pretty much bypass all of that.
Sir, I can see the dropship.
So that is why we get a very easy go of it with this mission right here. Just get to bypass everything.
Nicely done, gentlemen. Your work here today has made the Chancellor a very happy man.
And we're done.
The success of the mission on Megiddo was something of a revelation for the men of the 501st. Suddenly, we realized that the Jedi could be fooled. And if they could be fooled, they could be killed. As the Clone Wars progressed, more and more ground-based legions found themselves pressed into space combat, including the fighting forces of the 501st. For months, every hour of our downtime was spent in the simulator, preparing for the time we would face our enemies from the cockpit of a 170. Finally, the day came to earn our wings. The CIS had staged a daring kidnapping of Chancellor Palpatine and was being escorted from Coruscant by a fleet of separatist ships. With only a few veteran pilots on planet, many of the 501st were pressed into service to drive off the Seps and buy time for a pair of Jedi Knights to rescue the Chancellor.
Let's do this.
Control to pilots. Prep your ships for battle.
We can actually sprint. I've missed that.
Get to your ships. The Jedi are depending on you.
You picked up a vulture.
Incoming fighters, take them out.
Right, where? How do I lock on again? Square, is it? I think it's square, is it? Yeah, it's square. You dodging me like a pro, but I'm a master at this. No, maybe not. It's been a long time since I played Star Wars Battlefront 2. Especially Star Wars Battlefront 2 space combat. In fact, I haven't played Star Wars Battlefront 2 since my Let's Play ended. This is why we went to pilot, because the pilot tends to, no, he doesn't tend to, he repairs the ship that you're on as it takes damage, which is very handy because we took all that damage and we're fine. Right, just 2 enemies remaining already. I'm hoping that this Rise of the Empire will go a lot more smoother and quicker than the last one did.
We've got vultures!
Probably more so down because I'm a lot more comfortable with editing and recording and stuff, and I actually know how to auto-duck now.
We've got a banking clan ship acting as a frigate for the droids.
Alright.
Destroy it.
So we've got to take out frigate, which basically introduces frigates to this game. Frigates are these things. They have turrets, so you want to, when you strafe them, you want to do from like the south side, bottom side, where there's not that many. In fact, I don't think there is any turrets in the bottom half of the banking clan.
Pilots, focus your fire on the main CIS ships. We need their shields down as quickly as possible.
Alright, so this is a really simple first flight mission, space flight mission. It basically just introduces you to the concept of space combat and how to do damage, what to do damage against, how to sabotage, etc, etc, the basics. I don't really quite need the basics. I'm a bit more than a rookie at Star Wars Battlefront, but I don't like skipping missions. I think that's just a waste. See, really you want to use a bomber to do this kind of job, but we don't have access to bombers. So fighters will have to do.
Take down the droid communications array. That'll give you an opening.
Oh no, he just committed suicide! One of our clones just went kamikaze. That's not good, man. This isn't the Imperial. We're the clones, man. We're the Republic. We don't do that stuff.
Well done. They're in disarray.
And that's that.
Hangar and land. Be careful.
Go after that bomber!
Let's do this. Landing is actually really easy. Just don't run into anything. Oh, I can't actually... Landing is really easy. Just don't hit anything. Hits a droid starfighter immediately. Actually, this is probably a good thing. Let's go to Marine.
All second stage pilots on deck.
Because we'll probably need his assault rifle to do this. Let's just go. Right. Let's just dodge some fire. What am I doing? There's no fire to even dodge. Let's try this again. And we're down.
Use rockets or time bombs to destroy the internal systems.
Right. Internal systems. Sorry about the constant clear in my throat, but I am kind of sickly at the time of recording this. Oh no, that was not a pistol. That was indeed not a pistol. Let's just grab some quick health. I'm gonna need that rocket. Right, there we go. So let me just grab some health quickly before I actually progress from this traitor droid. I like how the droids are just kind of letting me do my thing. Like, they're aware of my presence, they just don't care. Nothing to see here, fellas. Alright. Gotta take out the auto turrets. Auto turrets are a must to destroy because they will mess you up usually.
Great shooting, trooper!
Thank you. Wait, who else is here to give me that compliment? Is there someone else also going for this objective at the same time? I'm on a frenzy. I forgot this game does that. Right, let's do this. Oh, that's terrible. Time bombs are actually way better to do this sabotage business. You would think it would be the other way about, but no, time bombs are actually way better. But there is the added benefit of having the clone marines be really tough and powerful. I actually... Oh, it's so frustrating. I had full ammo there and I couldn't take down one of the systems with a marine.
Now, grab a fighter.
That is why you want to go a pilot for that kind of stuff. Right, let's grab one of the droid starfighters. Oh no, let's just grab my ship. As you can see, my ship is actually taking damage because it's in the enemy's hangar bay. It's not supposed to be here. Let's go for the bridge. This is the final objective, by the way, is this bridge head. Done!
Well done, gents. With flying like that, the Republic is well on its way to victory.
Damn right it is. Fantastic, guys. And we're done. 2 missions down in the first episode. Nice stuff.
After disabling the final capital ship, General Kenobi and Skywalker took advantage of the opportunity we'd created and rescued the Chancellor. Took all the credit too.
Alright everybody, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for being here for this first episode of Let's Replay Star Wars Battlefront 2. Next episode we're going to start doing Felucia. We're going to try and beat the Felucia mission. Thanks very much guys, it was a pleasure to have you here. If you've enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel and leaving me a comment. As always, it was a pleasure to have you ladies and gentlemen here, and I hope you're well. Take care guys, and I'll see you next time.